Donald Trump issued a warning as the impeachment vote abruptly canceled. President Donald Trump has been issued a warning after an effort to impeach him was suddenly halted. Democratic Representative Shri Thanedar had introduced 7 articles of impeachment against the president, and this week launched the process of forcing a resolution on the House floor. But in a post on X on Wednesday, Thanedar said he had decided not to force a vote on the House floor. Instead, he said he would expand his articles of impeachment against Trump and continue to rally for support from Democrats and Republicans. After talking with many colleagues, I have decided not to force a vote on impeachment today. Instead, I will add to my articles of impeachment and continue to rally the support of both Democrats and Republicans to defend the Constitution with me, he wrote. The sudden cancellation of the impeachment vote and the warning issued to Donald Trump signaled deep divisions within Congress and a strategic recalibration by Democrats. It underscores the political volatility surrounding Trump's actions and the difficulty of holding him accountable in a hyper-partisan climate. Thanedar has accused Trump of violating the Constitution, citing the deportation of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the man mistakenly sent to El Salvador, and the Department of Government Efficiency cutting funds without congressional approval. He also cited Trump's tariff agenda, for which he used the International Emergency Economic Powers Act in a move that various states argue is illegal, as well as his decision to ban Associated Press reporters from White House briefings, and his obtaining of Americans' personal data by the Department of Government Efficiency. Trump is facing lawsuits for all 3 actions. Article 7, tyrannical overreach, Thanedar said. Finally, and most importantly, he is attempting to consolidate unchecked power and erode the constitutional limits of the presidency, Thanedar previously said. In this country, we have presidents, not kings. That's not just misconduct, it's impeachable misconduct, he continued. In his post on X on Wednesday, Thanedar said Trump had committed more impeachable offenses in the days since he filed his articles of impeachment, including an intention to accept a $400 million private jet from Qatar. Qatari officials said the plane was being given by the Qatari Ministry of Defense to the Pentagon, but Trump said the Boeing 747-8 jet will be used as Air Force One, the official presidential plane. And according to multiple reports, after he leaves office, it will be transferred to the Trump Presidential Library Foundation. But critics, including Republicans, have argued that Trump's acceptance of the gift could violate constitutional gift rules and that it could amount to foreign influence. Meanwhile, concern is growing among Democrats after the Trump Organization began selling Trump 2028 hats on its website, signaling support for the president's suggestion that he might pursue a 3rd term in office. If we let this stand, we are saying the president is above the law, that the United States Constitution is optional, Thanedar said last month. I won't be silent, and I'm calling on all my colleagues, Democrats, Republicans, and independents to stand up with me. Enough is enough. Donald J. Trump must be impeached, he concluded. But despite Trump's actions, some Democrats are pressing Thanedar to abandon his efforts to impeach Trump amid a Republican-controlled House and Senate. It comes as some in the party, including Representative Pete Aguilar, Representative Jamie Raskin, and Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, believe they should avoid a divisive vote within their caucus and instead concentrate their messaging on Trump's domestic agenda, particularly proposed cuts to federal benefit programs like Medicaid and food stamps, which are advancing through the House this month. Trump was impeached twice during his first term by the Democratic-controlled House. First in 2019 over his alleged attempt to pressure Ukraine to investigate then-candidate Joe Biden, and again in January 2021 over his role in the January 6, 2021, attack on the U.S. Capitol. He was acquitted by the GOP-controlled Senate in both cases. Only 3 U.S. presidents have been impeached: Andrew Johnson in 1868, Bill Clinton in 1998, and Trump. All were acquitted in the Senate and were not removed from office. Former President Richard Nixon resigned in 1974 before he could face impeachment over the Watergate scandal. Democratic Representative Shri Thanedar said on X, "In the 15 days since I filed 7 articles of impeachment against President Trump, he has committed more impeachable offenses, most dangerously accepting a $400 million private jet from Qatar, which even Republican members of Congress have called wrong. So, after talking with many colleagues, I have decided not to force a vote on impeachment today. Instead, I will add to my articles of impeachment and continue to rally the support of both Democrats and Republicans to defend the Constitution with me." This is not about any one person or party. It is about defending America, our Constitution, and rule of law. I will continue to pursue all avenues to put this president on notice and hold him accountable for his many impeachable crimes. Democratic Representative Pete Aguilar, the chairman of the House Democratic Caucus, told reporters, "Right now, our focus is on healthcare being stripped away from the American people. That is the most urgent and dire thing that we could be talking about this week. Everything else is a distraction." Democratic Representative Jamie Raskin told reporters, "My message for all of my colleagues has been, you might be absolutely convinced of your correctness, but the Constitution demands that you go and work with other people to promote the consensus." Democratic Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez told Fox News, "Right now, I think our central focus is the fact that Republicans are currently working on cutting 13.7 million Americans from health insurance." Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson said in a statement, "House Democrats have demonstrated once again they are willing to abuse the Constitution in their effort to impede the agenda of the American people. Their latest sham impeachment charade against President Trump is another embarrassing political stunt. Today, House Republicans will move promptly to discard it. While Democrats are throwing fits, impeding law enforcement, playing political games, and demonstrating how far out of touch they are, Republicans are working to deliver lower taxes for families, restore American energy dominance, strengthen border security, restore peace through strength, and make government work more efficiently and effectively. The contrast has never been more clear." Impeaching and removing a president from office has never been accomplished and remains unlikely unless one party controls both chambers of Congress by wide margins. Currently, the Republicans control both the House and the Senate, making a third impeachment very unlikely. However, former Trump advisor Steve Bannon warned in November during an episode of his War Room podcast that House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, a New York Democrat, would lead the charge to another Trump impeachment if House control flips during the midterms in 2026. Hakeem Jeffries will be, the Speaker of the House in 2 years, Bannon said. And the first thing he will do in the early days of 2027 is move to impeach Donald Trump. Trust me. They're going to put $10 billion in back of him. They have nobody else. He continued, "Hakeem Jeffries is just sitting there, right? He's ready to go. The billionaire Democratic donor Reid Hoffmans of the world are going to put $10 billion in back of him to win a couple of seats, a handful of seats, in places that are kind of Democratic anyway.